Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name's Rob and welcome to Tesla Tourist. Now, as you can tell from the thumbnail, I've decided to go full-time on YouTube with just over 160 subscribers. Now, I'd imagine most people would probably want to get at least monetized before they chose to do that, but I'm going to go ahead with it anyway, and in this video I'm going to explain the reason why. I'm also going to let you know why I set the channel up in the first place and the content you can expect to see. As this is going to be a 2-year project for me, I'm going to let you know how I'll keep you updated and hopefully give you updates on progress just to see how I'm progressing, certainly in relation to subscribers and also about the content I'm delivering. Now, at the end of the video, I'll highlight why I'm tied into a 2-year commitment to this and also give you a preview of my next video that has just dropped today. So the first thing I want to talk about is why I decided to go full-time on YouTube. Now, I set the channel up about 18 months ago, and the sort of commitment I made to myself was I'm going to try and get a video out every week, which sounds reasonable, but the amount of time it takes in production is quite extensive. It's not so much going out and filming it, it's how you actually produce it afterwards, all the voiceovers that you need to do, music, thumbnails. The list does seem to go on, and when you've got work to do, that kind of gets in the way. So really the main reason is work has been the other commitment I've had, and it's made me put YouTube to the side. Now, the contract I had has just come to an end, so I either go and get another contract or do something different, and this is what I'm intending to do, is do YouTube full time. So that's why I decided to do it, and clearly it's a bit of a risk. I don't know if you ever heard the phrase sympathy subscribers or sympathy subs. But if you think, crikey, he's put a lot on the line here and you want to subscribe just because you feel sorry for me, then feel free, just do that, because it would certainly help. When it comes to subscribers, it's quite interesting actually, as I've got so few, every time somebody does click that subscribe button, you actually notice it. And I'm sure some other people, you know, if you've got like 5 million or something and you get another 3,000 in a day, you probably wouldn't even notice. But the reality is, every single person that does subscribe, I will notice it. So if you do fancy it and you want to follow me on this journey, please click that subscribe button. I know they say you shouldn't ask too early. Sounds a bit grovelly, and to be honest, I probably need to do that. So if you fancy it, then please subscribe. So the next thing I want to just chat about is why I set the channel up in the first place. Now, I've found over the years you tend to go back to the same places on holiday, which it can get repetitive, but it can be a bit samey. But also, when you go on these holidays, what you tend to do is just take a few photos, a couple of videos on your phone, never really go back to them. When you try to recollect what you did, you can think, oh yeah, I did this during the holiday, can't remember what day, etc. So I thought, well, actually, if I start to keep a video record of some of that and create some stuff, I could put it on YouTube, that could work, but it would help you sort of relive it when you create those videos. And if you post it, if you ever wanted to go back and look at it, you could. So that was kind of what I thought. But of course, if you've got a YouTube channel, what you can't do is keep going back to the same place, because that will be very, very boring. So what I thought it would make me do is go and explore new places, and that's what I've tried to do. So I did video some content when I went up to the Outer Hebrides. Now, I do know that reasonably well, the location up there. But subsequent to that, I've also done some other recording that I'll share with you as well. So the content that I want to provide is something a little bit informative, really. So if you went to visit a town or somewhere that you probably wouldn't otherwise go, you'd have an idea of what to go and look at if you were going to go and visit it. So what you can expect on the channel, I've done a couple of trips. One is to Ireland and another one is to Europe. So there's 5 places I initially intended to go in Europe, and I visited some towns you may or may not have even heard of, to be honest. So I'll release some videos on those in due course, and I also stopped off on the way back from that trip in Luxembourg and also Brussels. So that's the sort of content I want to deliver. There's also, if there's like a theme I could think of, then I would try and do that. And I have just come up with one, just again to try and take me to new places. And that is in relation to hospitality at football. Now, that potentially could be quite an expensive thing if you started to follow a Premier League team. But I've thought perhaps if I went to try and visit some of the hospitality in the lower leagues, like League 2 or something, that'd be quite good, because if it took me somewhere, I'd pick Milton Keynes or something, not probably somewhere you'd necessarily think to go and have a look around, albeit they have just got promoted. Well done, Milton Keynes. But if I went to watch Milton Keynes, I could review their hospitality and then give you a guided tour of Milton Keynes, which probably is slightly unusual to go and do, but it will make me go and explore different places around the country. Now, there are 24 teams in League Two, so that is something I would like to do. What I have done, however, is before the end of the season, because I'm filming this in May, I did take the opportunity to go to a couple of playoff games in the Championship and in League One. So I will be posting that. So let me know what you think. But that's the sort of content. I'm thinking some themes I could do, but I will be going to some football matches, and I'll be going to places, and again, just trying to think of a theme, what that might be. It might be coastal towns in Britain. It might be ferry journeys into the Scottish Isles, something like that. So if you've got any ideas, drop them in the comments, and if they look interesting or something I could do, then that'd be great. So whilst I'm going to be producing these videos, I want to make a bit of a commitment about how you could track me through this process and what's going on. So I've actually set this as a 2-year project, and why the 2 years is relevant, I'll tell you in a minute. So what I intend to do is be quite open and honest. I mean, I've got, as I say, just over 160 subscribers at the moment. I'll be making some efforts to try and increase that. So I'll probably start posting shorts on Instagram to try and promote the channel, things like that. But you can track that journey. So what I'll do, in addition to releasing these videos, is once a month just give you an update. Just say, actually, it's going like this. I've now got 170 subscribers, or just whatever I've done. And if it does monetize, which takes obviously quite a lot of effort and time. I think you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours, which is a lot. Then I'll also share with you what that delivers for me as well, and hopefully that would cover some of the costs of travelling around. And obviously, I'm starting, if I'm doing this hospitality in League Two, perhaps I could start to go up the leagues at some stage, but I'm sure it won't ever make us enough to go and see some of the Premier League teams. But that's what I want to do for you. So I'll do the videos. I will commit to doing one a week. And then what I'll also do is give you a monthly update on progress and things I'm doing to try and promote the channel. And again, if you think how I might want to do that, you might be somebody that's on YouTube yourself. And if you've got some top tips, feel free to put those in the comments. Another thing I hope to get out of this is just to learn a load more skills, one of which is talking to camera, for example, which is something I'm going to have to get used to. But things like video editing, effects you can put on there, different ways to film things, different aspects. So I'm sure there's a lot I can learn, and hopefully I'll do that. So if you go and look at people's videos, if they got a few thousand subscribers and then go back a couple of years to when they started, I'm sure the videos weren't particularly good, or certainly not as good as they will be after a couple of years, and that's the stage I'm at. So bearing in mind that is the case, please accept these are early days videos, probably not that good, but I intend to learn new skills and make them better, and hopefully over time you can watch that happening. So lastly, I just wanted to say about a commitment I have made to the channel. Obviously part of it is about driving around in a Tesla. I have got a Model 3 long range that I've had for 5 years, got nearly 70,000 miles on it now. So I have decided to enable me to do this, get a new Tesla. So I've just leased a new one. So I'm waiting for delivery of that. And when I do get it, I'll hopefully take you along just to show what that process is like as well. So that's on order at the moment. So I've got it on a 2-year lease. So I guess I'm in for 2 years, aren't I, to do this. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you've got this far to the very end of the video, please do subscribe, as mentioned earlier. Even a sympathy sub would be good to follow me on this journey. And I'll give you a quick preview of what you can expect to see on the next video. Anyway, thanks for watching for this far, and see you on the next one.